Upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
55,
on 3rd down, Bridgewater. He'll find Lindsey here. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater completes it to Lee. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Returnable for Grant. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Rosen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
56. Target. 56. Mike 56. Monday. Run you over. I'm going to run you over. Hey, quarter.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Rosen, and he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Check, 47. 80. Whip. General West. Switch. Monday.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run here with Lindsey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a carry for Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Juwan Winfrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Play action here with Rosen. Going deep here for Stills. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Miller looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the 1st down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen, and that is incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. The former Broncos scored a touchdown for him in the Super Bowl. Malik Jackson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 52. White 52.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Rosen now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now it's Rosen, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Miller. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down, Richard. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Bullett's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we have reached halftime here in a tight two-point contest. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. Trying to get it that time to Stills. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Now Rosen dumps it complete to Miller. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver and tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. On second down now, it's Lindsey, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here comes Grant on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
From the 44, Rosen. It's complete. Stills. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Rosen now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Miller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 37. One down. 80.
On play action, Rosen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And now it's Rosen looking. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down and 4, Bridgewater. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back now in Miami. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will get them 1 closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now Rosen on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Parker that time. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This is Freeman. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A 54-yard punt return there. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So they boost their advantage here in the 4th quarter. And don't get me wrong, you take the points. I guess the only downside is didn't really get to milk any of the clock here in this last quarter. But
they'll take the points because, as you and I both know, here in the 4th quarter, things intensify. And while they may not have taken firm command of the game, it does give them a little bit of a cushion.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bridgewater now. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Come to my world. 52's the mic, boy. 52.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And some space here. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Going deep here, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. To throw is Rosen, but the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ear. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Miami, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, where I'm letting it go. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not. Their stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now.